Sonic the Hedgehog, or Sonic 1 as it's now referred to, released on the Sega Genesis in 1991 and by Sega and developed by Sonic Team. A classic in its own right, and dare I say, probably even it's like the reason why a lot of people in the early 1990s bought a Sega Genesis just to play Sonic the Hedgehog. Even though Sega had franchises like Alex Kidd or Shinobi, none of them were like Mario stoppers like Sonic the Hedgehog was. And what sold a lot of people on the Genesis was blast processing. And I guess this is probably the closest we'll actually get to showing what Sega was implying, in my opinion, but this game pretty much was advanced for 91 in its own way. As you can see, the birds are in 3D, and I don't think 3D was in the forefront of Sega's mind yet. To sum up, you had to go through different levels. You could go fast or you could take your time to defeat Dr. Robotnik. And you have a choice of getting all of the Chaos Emeralds in the game. Overall, it's a pretty good game, so I give it a 7 out of 10. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, its direct sequel, also released on the Genesis in 1992. Now, what's unique about Sonic 2 is that you get introduced to Tails for the very first time. Almost how like it in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie years later. Yes, I made a reference to the movie. Now, I'm not too good at playing platformers that well, and sadly it shows in the gameplay footage. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is really just like, it's more the same, but not everything's the same. There are a lot more difference in this game than in the very first game. At the end of the game, there's basically like a different Metal Sonic, which is pretty interesting. But then again, it's more of the same old. You just gotta defeat Dr. Robotnik again. And I don't know. I'm not disappointed in this game. I really do love Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's just that I don't know what else I could say that people haven't already said about this game already. I do rate this game a little bit higher on the list just because of I felt like it's a massive improvement over Sonic 1. I give it a 9 out of 10. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles is a video game that was meant to be one whole game, but got split up into two different games, just so the game could be put out in time for a McDonald's ad campaign. And another thing worth noting about Sonic 3 and Knuckles is that there is influence from Michael Jackson in some of the tracks. Especially, this is why I probably cannot play any of the tracks. Because I don't want Sony, I don't want Sega, I don't want Michael Jackson to come back from the grave and sue me. If I remember, Did You Know Gaming were talking about this topic, and apparently Michael Jackson went to Sega of America while they're working on Sonic 2, or Sega Japan, one of those two companies. But he went to Sega while Sonic 2 was in development. He's like, oh cool, hey, I want to do some music for your next game. I apologize, I can't do a proper Michael Jackson impersonation, and then so I apologize. I'm sorry. I had to adjust the camera for this next segment. And then, and like around the time this game was, I guess, Sonic 3 and Knuckles was being developed, there's this accusation of that Michael Jackson was a creep and was doing some inappropriate things with kids. Despite the case eventually being like the case ended in Michael Jackson's favor, proving that he was innocent. But just like how people today would just cancel you and just stop working with you solely based on the accusation alone, Sega of America decided it was the best idea to just not take the risk. So they slightly altered the music, but because of the possible connection to Michael Jackson, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, these games have a hard time getting re-released on multiple platforms. Sometimes when Sonic 1 and 2 gets re-released, that's all we get. We don't get Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. And sometimes we do. Now, the footage you've been seeing throughout the video is from me using my PlayStation 2. It's not because I don't have these games. As you guys know, I have Sonic 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles all on the Genesis, but it was just easier for filming purposes to use the PlayStation 2 because I already got it set up. And I was already playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles when the idea for the video popped in my head. So I wanted to get this video done as soon as possible, because I really do like Sonic, and I kind of want to make a video on the classic games. Now, I have not yet really played 3D Blast, and I could have included it in this very video if I had played 3D Blast. But I'm going to say that, Sonic Spinball, and Robotnik Mean Bean Machine for later. But for now, I give this game a 7 out of 10.